The following is a special presentation of Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims, alternating the reality of sports and entertainment since 2020. Hello, everybody. Big Pauly coming to you this Tuesday, March 1st, 2022, with our next game here in the HTFL Week 9, our second game, our 42nd regular season game between Dallas and Atlanta. Dallas tied, a three-way tie for the lead in the South Division with Tampa Bay and Miami. Atlanta one game back. So we will set this baby up. I'll play as Atlanta. The computer will play as Dallas at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, GA. And we'll let the computer set the roster, and off we go. Roger Staubach and Matt Ryan are your two quarterbacks, leading the way for their respective teams. It's a coin flip, and Atlanta wins the toss. They will defer until the second half. They are in the dark squares, and Dallas is in the white. Marsh, Renfro, Ishmael back deep. And that's going to be right at the goal line for Marsh. He zigzags. He was a yard deep, actually. He returns it 38 yards to the 37. So, Elliott and Garrison are your two running backs in the starting lineup. Their receiving numbers 6 and 5. Irvin is a 10. Burford, a Dallas Texan. So let's point out that there are a few of the AFL Dallas Texans on this team. He is an 8. Witten is a 9 tight end. Staubach, your quarterback, out of the Naval Academy. Wright is a 9. Allen is a 10. Frederick a 9. Newton a 10. And Smith is a 9. And that is your offensive line and their blocking numbers. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys at their own 37. Let's see what their first play is. It's a give to Ezekiel Elliott, a pickup of 5. Grimes making the stop for the Birds. And they will line up defensively as follows. Humphrey is a 9 defender. Kearney is a 7. Those are the DEs, the defensive ends. Jarrett an 8, Hall a 7. Those are your defensive tackles. Your linebackers, Brecking is an 8. Tuggle is a 9. Kuykendall is an 8. And those are your linebackers. Sanders and Grimes, a 10 and an 8, are your corners. Brown and Case, 8 and 7. Those are your safeties. So Dallas, that defense of Atlanta's, if you stay away from Deion Sanders, you can do some damage throwing the ball. That was Ella, by the way. Say hello to Ella, everybody. 2nd and 5 at the 42. That's a give to Elliott, a gain of 4 yards to set up 3rd and 1. Claude Humphrey on the stop for Atlanta. Ellie brought a toy with her. That's nice. 3rd and a yard. Ball at the 46. This is a give to Elliott, who has stood up for no gain. Humphrey on that tackle. So Dallas punting, or will they, with 4th and 1, will watch for the fake. And that's going to, we're going to let it roll. Hope it goes into the end zone. And it is a fair catch by Dwight at the 9. Tried to cut his losses on the play. So Atlanta is going to start from there. Their offense, Dickerson and Malone, a 4 and a 6. Those are their receiving numbers. Jones and White, both 9s. Jim Mitchell is a 6. Ryan, the quarterback, out of Boston College, I believe. Let's just double check that and give you factual information. That is correct. Ken, a 9. Freilich, a 9. Van Note is an 8. Thielman, an 8. And Coons is a 9, and that is your offensive line for Atlanta and their blocking numbers. We'll go Dickerson trap right on 1st and 10. Dallas, a very good defense, 4 10s in the lineup. Jones and Martin are both 9s, and in between them are White and Lilly, both 10s. Howley is a 10. Hedrick is an 8. Ware is a 9. Those are your linebackers. Walls and Renfro both 9s. Woodson a 10. Green a 9. And that's your defensive backfield for the Cowboys. Malone, and we'll go off tackle right on 2nd and 8. He gets 7 yards. Woodson on the stop for Dallas, and I've introduced everybody now. Dickerson on a dive, 3rd and 1 from the 18. He gets the first to pick up a 3, and Hedrick makes the stop. 1st and 10 at the 21. We will go Dickerson, trap left on 1st and 10. Dickerson, 8 yards there. His 3rd carry of the game, he's already at 13 yards. 10:18 left in the first quarter. If you just tuned up to this point, we're going to go play action medium pass, and we're going to look to Jones, Julio Jones. And that is a catch and a run. Jones past the 40, down to the 36, a pickup of 35. And Mel Renfro made the stop. Longest catch of the year that was actually Roddy White. I apologize. I thought it was Jones. Jones actually wears 11. Yo, 11. Dive for Dickerson, 1st and 10 at the 36 of Dallas. Gain of 3. So if Dallas loses and Atlanta wins, because one would have to happen and the other would have to happen, they'd both be 5 and 4. And if Miami or Tampa Bay won, then those teams would be atop the South Division, which is important, as Ryan calls a timeout, because the team that leads the division will get a top 4 seed. 2nd and 7, we will look to Jones again. Risen comes in as a 3rd wide receiver. The hitch is incomplete for Jones. Smith came in as a 5th defensive back. He's out of Texas A&M. 3rd and 7, screen to Dickerson. Field goal would be 50 yards from here, and Dickerson dropped that. So Matt Bryant, the former Tampa Bay Buck, comes in. He'll try a 50-yarder, and it's dead, solid, perfect, good. 3-0 in favor of Atlanta. That was a 9-play, 58-yard drive going 4:57. Marsh back deep for Dallas, touchback, and they get it back with 7:40, almost at the midway point of the first quarter. No score. And they take over at their own 20, and the pitch goes to Elliott's way. 3-yard gain. Jarrett on the stop for Atlanta. 2nd and 7 at the 23. And this time, it's a throw, an incompletion.
12 men on the field. Defense. 5-yard penalty.
So there you heard that as I was taking in some milk after having dinner. 2nd and 2 at the 29. 5-yard penalty, but not an automatic first. Pass in the flat, and that is good to Walt Garrison. 8-yard gain, and Kuykendall made the tackle. Kuykendall. And it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Screen. Looking to Garrison. That's a 5-yard gain. Again, Kuykendall on the tackle. 2nd and 5 at the 41. 5:58 now left first quarter. That's a give to Elliott, and he picks up 8, and Dallas is moving nicely. And they have made it to the Dallas 49, 1st and 10. 6th play of the drive coming up. And Staubach lets it loose, looking for... Was he looking for Irwin there? We got a bunch of 88s. Yes, it was Irwin. Jarrett remained in the game. Sanders jumped the route incomplete. So you got quite a matchup here. Michael Irvin against Deion Sanders. Miami against Florida State there. 2nd and 10 at the 49. And Staubach looking for Burford. That's incomplete. You got a couple of 88s in the game on either side. 3rd and 10. Let's see what Dallas does. They're going to stay in that formation. Gain of 3. Draw to Elliott. He needed 10, and Dallas punting. 4th and 7 at the 48. Again, we'll watch for the fake, because you never know. And Tim Dwight watches that one go out of bounds at the 17. So the punt went 31 with the punter, Danny White, aiming for the sidelines. 3:34 left opening quarter, and it's Atlanta 3 and the Cowboys nothing. Back to Dickerson. Off tackle right side. And he gains 2. Emerson Walls on the tackle. He has come in, came in, lowered the boom on Dickerson. 2nd and 8. Well, Algie Crumpler is in as the second tight end. Will go his way on a short cross. That's an incompletion. To set up 3rd and 8, Ryan has started 1 for 4, and Atlanta's been doing a lot better when they run the ball. We'll go Andre Rison, medium cross. And that's complete, and Rison did not gain much, 13 yards. Smith on the stop, and it's 1st and 10 at 32. Go back to the double tight end set, and we go back to Dickerson, trap left side. And that is a gain of 2. Randy White on the tackle for the Cowboys. 1:59 left to go. And we'll go inside to Dickerson again, just a random inside run. 2nd and 8, and that is a pickup of 3 yards before Everson Walls made the tackle. Everson Walls. What college did he play for? Grambling State, a great school out of Louisiana. 3rd and 5 to Big Jim Mitchell, the tight end on a hitch. That is complete. A gain of 9. Move the chains. And we will end the first quarter. It's Atlanta 3 and the Cowboys 0. Dallas, 10 plays, 36 yards. 6 of their 10 plays were rushes. Atlanta, 14 plays, 87 yards. 8 of their plays were rushes. And Ryan is 3 for 6, 57 yards. Base formation will go Malone on a dive, give Dickerson a rest. And Dickerson gaining 1. He's at 2 carries and 8 yards. A 2nd and a 9er. Not the 49ers. And we'll go double tight end. And we'll look to Dickerson again, off tackle, right side. His 8th carry of the day into the secondary, past the 40 to the 36, and a gain of 17. Ellie, mind your manners. 1st and 10 from there. And back to Malone on a trap right. And Malone will pick up 2. Bob Lilly. When he's not selling Black & Decker products, he makes the tackle. And it's going to be now a 2nd and 8. We'll go Dickerson off tackle, right side. He picks up 3. Green tackling him by the belt. 3rd and 5 at the 31. This will be the 11th play of the drive. Let's see if Ryan can keep it going. We're going to look to Julio Jones on the slant. Number 11. Instead, it's a throw to Rison. He gains 8. That's enough for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23. Back to the double tight end set. We're going to go sweep left with Dickerson. See if he can get some blocking there. He did a little bit. 4-yard gain. Ed Too Tall Jones making the tackle. You could also see, if you play Legends of Boxing, his card is in there. 2nd and 6 at the 10, because he was a prize fighter at one point in his career. Trap right, Dickerson. Gain of 2 yards. So was Mark Gastineau, who plays for New York. In the HTFL, he plays for the Giants, because that's a combination of the Giants and Jets and a few other teams. 3rd and now 4. Back to the 3 tight end set. We're going to go back to Mitchell on the short hitch. It's there, and it's 6. Touchdown, Falcons. Jim Mitchell. We have the touchdown grab, and it's been all Atlanta so far in this game. 9-0 with 9:44. Here's Bryant's extra point to make it 10. It is true. Atlanta 10, and Dallas yet to score. That drive, 14 plays, 83 yards, 8:50 off the clock, punctuated by a 17-yard pass from Matt Ryan to Jim Mitchell. March back deep for Dallas, and he's going to return that 23 yards out to the 28. Richardson making the tackle. 1st and 10 with 9:26 now left in the half. Staubach looking. Going to go deep to Irvin, and that was incomplete. Staubach took a good shot from Jarrett. Shades of the 1978 NFC divisional playoff when these two teams met at Texas Stadium, and the Cowboys had to rely on Danny White to win that game for the most part, 27-20. Wasn't as close as the score would indicate, and that game's on YouTube, I believe. Staubach was looking for Witten, but that was tipped by Brown. Incomplete. 3rd and 10 at the 28. Another incompletion. Staubach looking for Walt Garrison. Punting time. Speaking of Danny White, here he is back in punt formation. Back at his own 15. Dwight hasn't really had an opportunity to show his wares. That's a fair catch for him. 1st and 10 Atlanta at their own 25. 8:53 left in a half, and it's still 10-0 Atlanta. Off tackle left, Dickerson. He'll pick up 6. Hedrick on the stop. And it's going to be now a 2nd and 4. Ellie likes to move tables, and all my tables are straw. Dive for Dickerson, 2nd and 4. That's 2 more yards. Lilly on the tackle. 3rd and 2. We're going to go play action short, same formation, double tight. And we'll look to Jones. Mr. Jones and me. Dallas calls timeout. They have 2 left, and Atlanta has 2 left the remainder of the half. So we'll show a different look, and we'll go Julio Jones on the short hitch on 3rd and 2. An
Unnecessary
pass,
roughness.
but
Defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. 1st down.
Randy White gets called for the unnecessary roughness call. So move Atlanta up 15 and keep their drive alive. Malone, trap right, 1st and 10 from their own 48. No gain there. Bob Lilly on the tackle. We'll go Roddy White, medium cross on 2nd and 10. Ryan's going to run. He's going to get the first, a fumble, and who's got it? Dallas does. Woodson forced the fumble. Cornell Green picked it up for Dallas. So a possible momentum change here. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys at their own 38. And Elliott into the secondary, a 14-yard gain. Kuykendall on the stop. And one play, they're already in Atlanta territory at the 48. 1st and 10, 6:45 left in the half. Elliott with a 5-yard gain. Remember, they don't have Emmitt Smith because he's with the Arizona Cardinals, because he at one point played with the Arizona Cardinals in his career. 2nd and 5 at the 43. The throw incomplete. They had
Pass
Elliott
interference. Defense.
going deep, and he drew a pass interference. Keith
down.
Brooking gets called for the PI, and that moves it Dallas down to the Atlanta 21. Another great playoff game these two teams had was in Atlanta. 1981, after the 80 season, Dallas was down a bunch to Atlanta, and Dallas came back and won that game. And that was the year they lost to the Eagles. 2nd and 5 at the Atlanta 16, and that set up Super Bowl 15. And the Eagles lost to the Raiders. Staubach was looking for Burford. Trufant deflected that one. Must make here for Dallas, 3rd and 5. They go to Elliott, picks up 4, needed 5. And it'll be field goal time. The kick good. by Bailey, and that makes it 10-3. 4:18 left to go until the half. Dwight, Butler, and Hampton back deep. And it's not going to be taken by Dwight. It was taken by one of the upbacks. Don't have an explanation as to whom. Sanders was hurt for a little bit for Atlanta. He is back in. We'll see him the next time Dallas has the ball. Trap left, Eric Dickerson, 1st and 10. And he's been doing a lot of that. That is his 14th carry, 61 yards, pickup of 4. We'll go Jones on the cross, short cross, 2nd and 6. Complete, a gain of 8. 3:24 to go, back to the double tight end set. Pitch it left to Dickerson, 1st and 10. And Dickerson will pick up 3, Hedrick on the stop. 2nd and 7. Mitchell, medium out on 2nd and 7. That is caught. That's a first. Gain of 12. Cornell Green on the tackle. Ryan is now 7 for 10. He's gotten warmed up. 102 yards, 1 touchdown, and we'll go to the 2-minute warning with Atlanta almost at midfield. They lead 10-3, each team with 2 timeouts and a challenge left. Screen, Dickerson, 1st and 10. But that was well overthrown, covered by Hedrick for an incompletion. How about Andre Rison on the medium slant? He can go over the middle with the 2 timeouts. That is caught by Rison. He picks up 13. We'll go no huddle with $1:39 on the clock. Dickerson screen, 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll chug it to the 28, a gain of 12. Timeout called. 1:14 to go. And the ball at the 28. So shall we look to Jim Mitchell? Play action fly pattern with 3 wides. Didn't fool anybody. That's an incomplete. 1:06 left, 2nd and 10 at the 28. A screen to Dickerson. That's an incompletion. 3rd and 10. So suddenly Ryan is 9 for 15 after a bit of a hot spell. Slant to Julio Jones with 54 seconds to go. That's incomplete. He dropped that one. So 4th and 10 now, 50 seconds left. They'll bring in Bryant. He'll try a 45-yarder. Dead solid perfect. It's 13-3. 44 seconds left to go till half. We'll kick at an angle for Marsh. Catches it at about the 12, 13-yard line. And he returns it 14 yards. Dez Bryant comes in as a 3rd wide receiver. He wears 88. So you got an 88, an 88, and an 88. He will be the left split end most of the time. 1st and 10 at the 26. And Staubach will run. They didn't call him Roger the Dodger for nothing. A gain of 7. Brooking making the stop. I will not call time, but Dallas may. And they do. 1 left. 2nd and 3 at the 33. We're down to 23 ticks on the clock. Screen. Elliott. He'll get the first. He'll get out of bounds, too. A gain of 12. We're down to 9 seconds left. This could be the last play, so I'll play a 3-1. Prevent deep zone. The throw, incomplete, and still 3 seconds left, so we'll just keep the same play, 3-1, deep zone, prevent. Staubach is 3 of 10 for 25 yards. And now he's 3 of 11. And that is your first half. Atlanta 13 and Dallas 3. We will be back in 15 seconds, that is. If you like the video you're watching, feel free to use the Amazon link provided. I'll put it in the description down below. Big Pauly with you. We're getting ready to start the second half of play in this game between Atlanta and Dallas. Atlanta trying to go to 5-4 on the year. We play 18 games. Each team does in the HTFL, and Dallas was tied for first in the South at 5-3, along with Miami and Tampa Bay. That could be in jeopardy if the score holds, 13-3. Was just reading before coming back to the half that it's looking like the Major League Baseball season. I'm recording this March 1st, so if anything changed, you'll hear about it in the future at some point. And it's looking like they will not be starting the Major League Baseball season on time. They had hoped to start on March 31st. Dwight Butler Hampton back deep for Atlanta. And we'll be back with another HTFL game tomorrow. And we'll do all of our other series over the weekend. I did a big Pauly's Bits today where I explained that my scheduling might be changing. Just when I was going to change the schedule, my rescheduling got rescheduled. First and 10 at the 20. I covered all that in the big Pauly's Bits I did earlier this afternoon. First and 10 at the 20. Dickerson off tackle right in the base formation. So he's on the tight end side. That's a pickup of 3. Howley, the only man to win a Super Bowl MVP for the losing side, made the tackle. Second and 7. Double tights. And we'll go Dickerson's way again. A sweep to the left. Dallas playing, looked like with 8 in the box there. And that was actually a gain of 6 for Dickerson. 3rd and a yard. We might as well just let him finish the job and get the first. And Dallas playing a 4-3 basic. And Dickerson seals the deal there and gets the first down. A pickup of 4. They're at the Atlanta 33. We're going to go play action. And we're going to look to Julio Jones. Medium fly. See if we can catch Dallas napping. Incomplete, overthrew Jones there. Ryan is now 9 of 17. There was a stretch in the second quarter where he was completing a lot of passes on third downs, moving the chains, but that has not happened yet. He has not been as consistent as he was in that stretch most of the game. But Staubach is doing way worse. He's 3 of 11. Trap left Eric Dickerson on 2nd and 10. And Dickerson into the secondary that time. A pickup of 16. Woodson on the stop for the Cowboys. And as a team, Atlanta, 24 carries, 121 yards, an average of an even 5. Dickerson has 93 of those yards. Shall we get him to 100? Sweep left side on 1st and 10 from the 49. That double tight end formation really working well. And speak of the devil, Dickerson picks up 7 yards. That's 100 on the season for him. 100 in the game for him. I'm sorry. He's well over 100 on the season. He came in at 725. We'll go Malone on a dive, 2nd and 3. And that's a pickup of just a yard. Hedrick making the tackle. Play action short pass. And we'll look to Algie Crumpler on 3rd and 2. About a 50-50 chance that works, and it doesn't. 4th and 2 at the Dallas 43. Bryant can hit a 60-yarder. I saw him do it as a buck. He hit a 61-yarder against a 60 or a 61-yarder against the Eagles one year. But I'm going to go for it. 85% chance I get it. Trap right Dickerson. 4th and 2 from the 43. Bit of a danger play here, but we get it. Walls on the tackle, a gain of 5. Ball to 38. And we're going to slant it over the middle to Julio Jones. And he catches it. Gain of 14. And it's now a 1st and 10 at the 24. And we'll trap it. Go off tackle left, actually. Gain of 4. Hit the wrong button. And William Andrews is going to come in and play a little running back. I believe he was out of Auburn. He is. Speaking of that 81 game between Dallas and Atlanta, which was a carryover from the 80 season, I believe he was in that game. 2nd and 6. Andrews, I believe, was pretty good out of the backfield, so let's try a screen pass here to him. And Andrews past the 20, past the 10 to the 9. Gain of 11 yards. Renfro missed the tackle, but Ware did not. And it's now a 1st and 10 at the 9. Riggs coming in, Gerald Riggs. He's out of Arizona State. We'll give him the ball. Trap it right side. Oh, a busted play there. Ryan on the run. He was tackled by Ware, but he held on to the ball. That's easy for me to say. 2nd and goal at the 12. We'll go back to Riggs. Pitch right side. And Riggs to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Atlanta. So they extend their lead to 19-3 on that touchdown by Gerald Riggs. Point after for Bryant to make it a 3-score game. He's got it, 20-3, with 6:29 left to go. Marsh back deep for the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? They ain't doing it today. He gets it past the 20 to the 28. He was a yard deep when he initiated the return, so the return went 29 yards. So Dallas with a lot of work to do. They trail 20-3. Staubach, 3 of 11, 25 yards. That last drive, by the way, 14 plays, 80 yards, 8:31 took off the clock. See what Staubach could do. He was known for a quarterback that could rally his team. And he starts with a dump to Elliott, a gain of 8, Brooking on the tackle for the Dirty Birds. 2nd and 2 at the 36. And Staubach will run. He was known for that in his career. A gain of 10. Case on the tackle for Atlanta. 1st and 10 at the 46. Staubach running again. No, he threw it into coverage. Looking for Irwin, broken up by Tuggle, but he threw that into traffic and risked something bad happening. 2nd and 10 for Dallas at their own 46. 4:48 left in the 3rd. That's complete to Burford. A 13-yard gain before Trufant could get to him. When Dallas goes 3 wide, Trufant is the nickelback, the DB, extra DB. 1st and 10 at the 41 of Atlanta. And Staubach looking, incomplete. Case shaken up on the play. And he will not return. So he is out for the rest of the game. Allen comes in and plays free safety. Ricardo Allen out of Purdue. 2nd and 10 at the 41. And this is Staubach to Garrison gaining 3. 3rd and 7 at the 38. 7th play of the drive for Dallas. Can they keep it going? They cannot. That was intended for Bryant, deflected by Tuggle. Grimes could have made the pick, but he did not. Ball hit the ground before he could get to it. So it's going to be a punt for Danny White. I'll watch for a fake here just because it's the 38-yard line. He with the soft shoe.
Offsides. Defense. 5-yard
kicked it
penalty.
to the 4, but Humphrey with the offsides is going to make it 4th and 2 at the 33 of Atlanta. So this means it's going to be Bailey trying a 50-yard field goal, make it a 2-score game, but he pulled it wide right. And all that means is Atlanta gets it at their own 40 to start their next possession. 2:48 left to go. 20-3, Atlanta having a pretty good day against these Dallas Cowboys so far. I pick up a 3. Lilly on a tackle. Dickerson now up to 112 yards on the day. 2nd and 7. And we're going to go off tackle left with Art Malone. And Malone picks up 3. Hedrick on the stop for the Cowboys. And that makes it 3rd and 4. We'll go 4 wide. And Mathis will see his first action at wide receiver. And Dallas brings in, we don't know who they're going to bring in yet, but we'll screen it to Andrews on 3rd and 4. And that's going to be off the mark, incomplete. They brought in Smith and Harris. Smith an 8 DB and Harris a 9. Punting time. Bosher coming in the punt. Might be the first time today he has punted. Taken at the 7 by Martin. He returned it 8 yards to the 15. Punt went 47. The return was 8, so the net will be 39. 1st and 10 at the 15. 111. Aces wild in the 3rd. That's an incompletion. Staubach was looking for Irvin. Staubach is now 5 of 17 for 46 yards. So Deion Sanders really doing a good job keeping the passing game of Dallas in check. Staubach tried to fire a fastball over to Bryant, but that's incomplete. 3rd and 10. Ball at the 15. A completion to Irvin, a gain of 12, only the 6th completion Staubach has had all day. 1st and 10 at the 27. We're nearing the end of the 3rd quarter. That's complete.
Offsides. Defense. Number 98. 5-yard penalty.
That was Staubach to Bryant for 25, which puts the Cowboys at the Atlanta 48. 2 seconds left in the 3rd. This should be the last play. That's a completion to Burford, gain of 11. So we have now played 3 quarters. It's Atlanta 20 and Dallas 3. Frank Clark with an E on the end. He comes in. He'll be recognizable because he's the only guy wearing anything other than 88. He wears 82. He's the right split end on the bottom of your screen. 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 37. Staubach is now 8 of 21, but still under 100 yards. Gain of 4 for Ezekiel makes it 2nd and 6 at the 33. He has 11 carries and 55 yards. See what Staubach could do here. That is a throw and a catch to Frank Clark, and that's a house call. Touchdown, Dallas. 20-9. Bailey with the point after. It's good. It's 20-10 with 14:03 left in regulation. Dwight, Butler, and Hampton deep. Touchback. 7 yards deep in the end zone. And we're going to dance with who brought us. And that's Eric Dickerson, who was a one-time Falcon. Of course, played for the Rams and the Colts. More noticeably, a gain of 10, but short of the first down by a few inches. We're going up top. We're going to go bomb it. Play action bomb the White, 2nd and inches from the 30. Deflected at the line, Martin limping off. I believe that's Harvey Martin. So it's now Andry coming in for him, George Andry out of Marquette. 3rd and inches, triple tight ends, and we will just give it to Cooper, by the way, comes in as the 3rd tight end. Dickerson just gets the nose of the football past the first down marker. It's now a 1st and 10 at the 31. We're down to 13:08. Dickerson, trap right. This will be his 26th carry, and that's for 5 yards. He's up to $1.28 on the day. 2nd and 5. Screen, Dickerson. And he's got it, and that's a gain of 4, needed 5. Howley on the tackle. Triple tight ends again, and we will go to Dickerson again. 3rd and 1, 79%, but the other 21% weighs in and says, not this time. 4th and 2 at the 39. Dickerson losing yards, so Bosher coming in to punt. A score here for Dallas would make it interesting. A fair catch by Martin at the 14, so the punt went 47. First and 10 from Dallas from there. Staubach sacked, a fumble. Staubach pounced on it before any of the Atlanta Falcons could. That was a loss of 6. Second and 16 at the 8. Pitch to Elliott. Penalty.
Intentional grounding.
Oh,
Offense,
intentional
number
grounding.
12, loss of down.
Now, in real life NFL, if Staubach had done that in the end zone, it would be a safety. But instead, they just say half the distance. And it's going to be 3rd and 20 at the 4. We're going to go 4-1 pass zone. And that's complete, but only for 13 yards to Michael Irvin. And the Cowboys will have to punt. 4th and 7. Dwight. A loss of 3 on that return. The punt went 48, so the net will be 51. 1st and 10 at the 32 for Atlanta. Off tackle right, Dickerson. And Dickerson loose, a gain of 12. They keep pounding away with Dickerson. You're darn tootin'. 28 carries, $139. Medium fly route to Jones, 1st and 10. Try to catch Dallas napping. And Jones wide open. Gain of 21. And with 2 plays, they're at the Dallas 35. 7:26 left. Atlanta wants to take some time off the clock here, but it's been a surgical beatdown of the Dallas Cowboys. Dickerson trapped right on 1st and 10 from the 35. He gains 2. Martin on that tackle, Harvey Martin back in the game, was a co-MVP of Super Bowl 12. The only time that has happened, or it was the first time that happened, Harvey Martin and Randy White were co-Super Bowl MVPs. I don't think it's ever happened since. But that could be wrong. Pitch right, Art Malone, 2nd and 8. And Atlanta just wants to chew up some clock here. No gain. 3rd and 8 at the Dallas 33. We'll look to Andre Rison. Oh, a sack. Lilly came up the middle before Ryan could get back to the drop back point and make his pass. And if you're wondering whose song I was doing there, that was LA Woman by the Doors. Mr. Mojo Rison. So Bryant, can he try a 57-yarder? Well, not successfully. Be 35% odds he would get it. So we'll do the old pooch punt with Washer. See if he can pin it close. And it's pounced on by Ken. Martin bobbled it. Casillas forced the ball loose. Ken recovered it. And it's 1st and 10 at the 7. So a big break for Atlanta, and they could probably seal the deal right here. Trap right, Dickerson. 1st and goal from the 7. And he loses a yard. Where on the stop? I'm going to run the ball 3 times, with that being the first, because I want to chew up some clock. Whether or not we score is not really germane to the purpose right now. Off tackle right, Dickerson. 2nd and goal, and he gets to the 4. Cuts the distance in half. It's 3rd and goal at the 4. And I'm going to go right with Dickerson again. Pitch it to the right. Dickerson get in? Oh, yes, he can. Touchdown, Atlanta. Should be the icing on the cake for him. That's the first touchdown for Dickerson. 32 carries, 148 yards. He's had another big day that we have seen here on the HTFL. Had a big day against Miami a few weeks back. The point after, good by Bryant. It was a big one. That makes it a 3-score game, 27-10. 2:30. It's almost like I'm cheating when I use that double tight end set and you have a pretty decent running back there. Marsh back deep for Dallas. who's looking a 5-4 record square in the face. That's a nice return for Marsh, 35 yards, out to the 40. 1st and 10 for Staubach. And that's an incompletion, looking for Bryant. 2nd and 10 at the 40. 2:13 left. That's a nice catch by Clark, who had the touchdown earlier, pickup of 19. 2:03 to go. Staubach will run, and they'll go to the 2-minute warning. Just short of the first, he picked up 10. Staubach, let's see what he's doing rushing the ball. That's 4 carries for him for 21 yards. 1:47 left, 2-minute warning. Each team with its full complement of 3 timeouts and 1 challenge left, which will probably go unused. 2nd and inches at the 31. It's Staubach. He is sacked, blindsided by Humphrey. And Dallas calls time. 3rd and 9. Ball at the 40.
False start. Offense.
Now it's going to be 3rd
number
and 14.
88. 5-yard penalty. Repeat. 3rd down.
There you see that. 3rd and 14 at the 45. Staubach throwing. Complete. A 1st down to Des Bryant. And Dallas probably calls time here. They do. 1:18 to go. 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 27. They're down 17. That's to Clark. Clark with a 9-yard gain. That is his 3rd catch for 61 yards. And he just came in the 4th quarter. 2nd and a yard. Ball at the 18. The throw. Incomplete. 3rd and a yard. Another throw. An incompletion. 4th and a yard at the 18. And that he overthrew Elliott there. Staubach did. He finishes 13 of 31 for 186. 1 timeout left, so Ryan could take a knee. Dallas really wants to be jerks about it. They could call their last timeout. 47 seconds left. We'll kneel again. And ball game is over. Atlanta 27-10 over Dallas. Fine demonstration of smash mouth football there. MVP's got to be Dickerson, and it is. You see the summary there. Team stats. 357 for Atlanta. They scored a touchdown every time they were in the red zone. Held the ball 39-53. Had 68 plays. And Dallas only had 47. Ryan was the better quarterback, 13 to 24, 177 and a touch. Dickerson, 32 carries, 148 yards. He also had 2 catches for 16. Nobody had more than 3 catches. Clark, Jones, Risen, and Mitchell, all with 3. The yardage leader was Clark, 3 for 61. And your leading tackler was Hedrick for Dallas, 9 tackles. So Dallas will fall to 5-4. Atlanta will move up to 5-4. And tomorrow we have Tampa Bay and Miami Friday, by the way, and that'll likely decide who will be leading the South Division. Unless they tie, they would both be leading at 5-3-1. If that were the case, our game tomorrow is a big one. Minnesota at Chicago. Minnesota 7-1. Tied for the best. Actually, no, they have the best record outright in the HTFL. Chicago is 6-2. They win. They'd be tied with Minnesota atop the lead, but Cleveland would have a say about that. We'll deal with them in the recap. Thursday, we're going to do San Diego, Las Vegas. Las Vegas 5-3. San Diego 3-5. And Friday, as I was just saying, 5-3 Miami and 5-3 Tampa Bay will be your matchup. So until then, this has been Big Pauly coming to you, wishing you all well out there in YouTube land. Thank you for tuning in, because you don't have to. My nutty little idea of putting everybody in a media market and having all-time teams. Godspeed and God bless. We'll do it all again soon, and bye-bye for now, everybody.